Gossip, in one form or another, is a happening all over the world among people of all ages. It has been a long-standing stereotype that women gossip more than men. But men these days have joined in the league of gossiping to the extent that the issue is now generating a debate in society as whether or not women gossip more than men. But before we delve into that, let's find out what gossip is all about. Gossip is an idle talk or rumor, especially about personal or private affairs of others. It could also be a conversation that is light-hearted and informed. Some people view gossip as trivial, hurtful, socially and intellectually unproductive. Some see it as a light-hearted way of spreading information, while others see it as an important means by which people can monitor cooperative reputations and so maintain widespread indirect reciprocity.
Gossip simply means an ideal talk or an ideal chatter between one or two persons. That is when I'm talking about someone when the person is not present. And most times gossip can be in a positive form or it can be in negative form.
Gossip, by my own definition, is an art of peddling falsehood against someone, either to gain an ulterior motive.
Gossip is when one or two people begin to discuss about another person that is not there.
Gossip is tarnishing somebody's image. You just want to criticize the person at his back, and when you come at the person's front, it's just like you paint a different color. You know, that's what I feel it's gossip.
I think gossip is giving or sharing information about someone else's personal details with a group of people or somebody else.
Gossip literally means speaking or gisting with two or more persons, because it's not usually done with yourself. You are speaking to another person in the absence, or you are speaking ill or positive of another person in that person's absence.
In my own perspective, I see gossip as an ideal statement, sage negatively or positively about a person.
The best of my knowledge, it depends what people see as gossip. To me, I see gossip as when one revealing what is expected to be secret.
In the past, it was commonly believed that women were the ones who loved to spread rumors and gossip, while men don't, but rather discussed important issues concerning the family and society. But today, the reverse is the case, as gossip is no longer prevalent among women, with the men actively engaged in it.
It was then when the belief was that women are in the kitchen. Women are domestic, people, where the men will go, or the husbands will go out, fend for the family and come back and they will cook. But these days, because of the change in the trend, women have now taken over. They are now the breadwinners of the family, even when their husbands go they go out at the same time.
The gossip aspect of things or news is not really done by gender stuff. It depends on your personality, who you are. Some persons love to, be alone. They don't really mingle. They're not this social when it comes to interacting with people. So those kind of persons, I don't think they are good at gossiping.
Back to what you said, whether men or women gossip more. Women gossip more. Only that in the present time, men are gradually slipping into gossiping.
No. I disagree. That's a stereotype. Okay, let me say, this stereotype is an age-long stereotype. Then they used to say women gossip, but these days, even guys gossip. So I have friends way back then in school. They give me the latest gossiping happening on campus. But then, let me not be biased by saying guys gossip more. It's an individual thing. Either the guy or the lady can gossip. So it's personality, not. It shouldn't be said that it's women that gossip more.
An examination of the origin of the word gossip finds that initially it had a positive connotation. Gossip comes from Old English word gossip. The term was given to a woman's close female friend present at the birth of her child. She was usually picked up as the child's mother. Later, it was used to identify any close female relationship. Over time, the meaning picked up negative connotations until its present-day meaning.
It is. Because if you trace back from history, you will see that it had been there right from the creation of the world. Even it might not be out of place if one says that if you go back to the Bible, there is room for you to trace gossip.
According to a study conducted by the Social Issues Research Center (SIRC), a UK-based non-profit organization that conducts research on a variety of social topics, found that men gossip as much as women do, particularly in their cell phones. The question is, are there venues where gossip can take place?
It can take place in the church. Yes, gossip takes place in the church. It takes place in the office. It can take place at home. It can take place in the bathroom between husband and wife. Yes, it may surprise you to know that even people that gossip more, husband and wife. Yes.
Formerly, when women were gossiping, that was far back then, it used to be a woman coming to meet another woman in her house, in her parlor. Maybe the husband must have gone out. Then throughout that time, they will just sit there, beginning to, castigate, discuss about somebody. But this time around, it's not, men do it anywhere, everywhere.
Gossip happens anywhere. Gossip can even happen here. It happens in the bedroom, at the office, at the supermarket, at the market, in the studio, anywhere. Gossip just requires the presence of two persons, two or more people. Then it happens. It was then that there should be a setting for gossip, but these days anybody can gossip.
I have experienced, gossip a lot more in the hospitals. Majorly nurses, they are very good gossipers. And this happened when I think I was very ill and I needed attention by the nurse. I found out that she and her fellow nurse were speaking ill of another nurse who had already checked out and left the hospital. I was like, is this really how things run here in this hospital?
You can gossip through the cell phone. You can gossip both in the market, in the church, in the hospital, even in the beer parlor, even in the party. You can gossip anywhere. Gossip can take place anywhere.
The question of whether women gossip more than men is a debate that may never end. Research has shown that both genders engage in gossip. Whether you call it girl talk or locker room banter, if you spend time discussing the private lives of others or yourself, it is gossip. Gossip can be malicious when rumors are spread with the intention of hurting others. Gossip can also have serious repercussions, including ruined marriages, strained friendships, and loss of employment. One thing is clear: as long as humans roam the earth, gossip will continue to exist.
Gossip isn't a good venture when it's negative. Why should you speak about someone when the person is not there? When the person was there with you, you didn't speak about the person, but when the person just left, immediately the person left, you started talking about the person. I mean, what does it do? How does it help you?
Gossip is good from the positive aspects. There is when it's all about hyping the person, but if it's about defaming the person, then gossip is not good. It's not it at all.
It's bad, more especially when people try to get something, they try to gossip you in order to achieve selfish ends. You call that one negative gossip. Ordinarily, you won't feel happy because such person is trying to discredit you to enable him achieve his selfish desire.
Like I told you, it's either negative or positive. The positive one, okay. When that person hears it, like my mother used to tell us, if somebody gossips with you or with your name, there is something either wrong or right, which when you hear it, you try to amend. So you see, it is positive. So if somebody gossips with my name, what I will do is to see if it is not true, I try to amend. Because that will make people to come to you.
When people gossip about me on the negative side, like you telling me someone, if I just pass someone and say, she did this, she did that, she stole, or she did this and that. If actually I know I didn't do that, I will feel bad.
Gossip impedes unity. Gossip impedes development. Gossip never builds bridges. Instead, it breaks bridges.
No, I won't say it's good. Although there are certain times where information itself is not bad. But when you give information about somebody else without person's giving you the okay to do so, it is terrible. You are hurting somebody else's esteem. Of course, it makes people insecure.
Gossip, by all standards, is not a good thing, especially when it is on the negative. If you must engage your time in talks or discussions, make it issue-based. Talking down on others or tarnishing people's images behind them does not change your skin color, status, or even your level. Let's remain positive. Ngozi Ejimadu, Foreign Morning Creole.